Hi guys, my name is Flemming Schmidt and welcome to the Positive Outcome Show. Now, if you have listened to the first episode, you know a little more about me and why I do what I do. If not, let me just kind of recap quickly. My name is Flemming Schmidt, and I'm the founder and creator of a company called Positive Outcome. And here I have a show called the Positive Outcome Show, because I simply believe that we in this world are in a place where we need to share more, positivity, more kindness, more love, and to be good to one another and support one another and to share our stories as well. I did that last time, and I'm probably going to share my story again today and for some of the other shows that are coming later on. And today's topic is about control. Now, I believe that most people forget that or are not aware of that they actually are in control of their life, of their situation, of their feelings, of their thoughts, and it takes a bit of practice and it's hard work, but it's actually manageable to change that and to be in control of who you surround yourself with, your relationships, for instance. Some people we meet in life, then they are in our life for a short amount of time, and some are kind of in the mid-range, if you will, and others, they are in our lives for a lifetime. And no matter what, we can learn from these individuals, and we can learn a great deal of things. And to be in control also means that you actually allow yourself to appreciate the connections that you have created and the connections that you have and the things that you have learned. I know that I did this, but I took things for granted at some point, and I did not appreciate the connections that I had. I didn't appreciate the things that I actually learned looking back. I, like most people, would turn out to be kind of annoyed and kind of irritated on people why they had that certain point of view. And what it actually did, it just reminded me of a reflection or a side of myself that I didn't appreciate, or that I did like, but I wasn't able to show it. And well, I wasn't in control. I let my emotions get the better of me at that point. And also, it's crucial that we think about, or that we take control or back the control of our lives, and also in regards to relations, in terms of who we surround ourselves with, because at some point we find ourselves in situations where we find people who are lifting us up to a higher level or challenge us to do better in a good way. And others, they're kind of pulling us back or pulling us down. And those are not the ones that you want to surround yourself with if you have a certain goal, a certain dream that you want to achieve, because these people will keep on holding you back. So sometimes we have to kind of cut ties with some people. I'm not saying deleting people, but maybe just spend lesser time with those individuals, and then spend more time with those who actually lift you up and support you towards the dream that you have for yourself. And others are kind of plateaued, maybe like you are right now, and it's hard for you to see how to get out of that. But try to surround yourself with people who actually lift you up. It could be a good friend, or an uncle, or a parent. It could be going to a new class, a new support group, whatever it might be. You might find some new people that actually lift you up, inspire you, motivate you. They kind of challenge you to do better, that you want to do better, right? And that is what actually happened to me, and I'm so glad and appreciate the journey that I've been on. I've met a lot of people, some of them for short time, some of them for longer time, and I've learned a lot throughout the years, and I appreciate the lessons that I've been given, and also that I actually found some people that support the dreams that I have in regards to where I want to go. And I can only encourage you to kind of look inside at first and kind of feel, notice what feels right or what feels best in the situation. It also goes, when we talk control, it also goes about the habits that we have. The habits, the rules, mindset, pattern, the behavior, the attitude, and everything, even the paradigms, some would say. We are in control of all of that, meaning that some habits that we have or some routines that we have, they might support the goal that we set ourselves out for, or the dream that we have, and other habits or routines, they simply work against us. They don't support that dream or that goal. And to create this awareness about habits that don't support us, and to be in control of that, is actually to kind of disrupt those patterns, or to delete some of these habits or frameworks that we have put up for ourselves, because you are in life where you are right now, not because your circumstances dictated that you should be, but because you allowed yourself to be there. Now, for some people, it is the circumstances. It's not going to it's not one size fits all kind of a format. It's not what I'm saying, but for most people, they allowed themselves to end up in the situation where they are because they forgot to take control of their life. They forgot to take control of their emotions, or their thought process. And I say it's time for you to take back that control over yourself and over your life, and to do something productive that supports your dreams and your goals. That is in fact something that you can do by implementing certain rules, certain frameworks, certain habits, changing paradigms, changing your mindset in terms of how you think. And it again, it requires hard work, but it's manageable and it's doable. For me personally, something like a positive mindset was not necessarily the first thing that popped in my mind when I was younger, or in my teenage years. And a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, that's more than a couple, but anyways, 10 years ago, around that time, I was in a place in my life that was a very dark place, and I had the hardest time getting back up on my feet again. And for the love of it, I couldn't find my way back. I was really, really struggling. Kind of felt like, this downward spiral in a black hole, and I couldn't figure out how to get up again. And I mean, I guess that you can relate to being in a situation where you just felt overwhelmed, or felt like, I don't know how to get out of this, or how can I turn this around for something good. I mean, I guess that you can relate. Anyways, for me, I reached out to some professionals, some coaches, some mentors, and I got introduced to this self-help, self-creation, or personal development is also a title that's broadly known out there. I became a huge fan of that topic of personal growth, personal development. I read a lot of books. I really dove into that area, and done that ever since. And it has really, really changed a lot around for me. And some of the huge impacts or aha moments, if you will, were these, control situations, to remind myself of, I am in control of this situation. If I don't like it, I can pull myself out of it and don't allow myself to be in a situation that I don't like. No one should be in a situation that they don't like to be in. And if you need to pull out or to step down or to step back, to reevaluate, to re-energize, to rethink, or to re-strategize, whatever the reason might be, if you feel that you have a need to step back or step down, do that. Take control of your life and or your emotion as well, and do that. Another thing that I did was our subconscious is kind of more an automated response triggered by some emotions. And you can actually also, the down and within us and the discouragement comes from underneath, or the subconscious. And you're actually able to influence your subconscious by simply writing out some lines that support a habit that you want to change, or a subconscious benefit of a more positive mindset, for instance. And you can write out these sentences. Let's say that you are right-handed, do it with the right hand. If that gives you a kick, do that. And if you want to challenge yourself even a bit further, try to change hand to the opposite that you're writing with. And that can give you an idea of how hard it can be to change habits, because it feels weird to write with the kind of the opposite hand of. I'm right-handed and I'm writing with my left now. It's looking like Fleming, 3 years old, learning to write, but it's a process, and it made me realize how difficult it could be to change habits, and therefore I said before it requires hard work, because it does, and it's something that I got from a mentor of mine, that framework or that practice, and tried it out for a couple of months, and it definitely has done something good for me, definitely. So, in regards to control, remember to look around and see who you're surrounding yourself with, and just be aware of or try to figure out if that individual is supporting your dreams or is always kind of trying to pull you down. Such a crucial thing to be aware of, because when you find the right people that surround yourself with, you will grow and you will lift yourself up to a higher or a new level. I was told once that all people are the average of the 5 people that you spent the most time with. For me, that was a scary scenario at that time, the first time I heard that. But you are the average of the 5 people that you spent the most time with. And surrounding yourself with the right kind of people will definitely benefit you. And also try to explore what habits are supporting your dream or your goal, and what habits might work against you. Now, for the next episode, I'm going to dive in more about these habits and these routines and these frameworks that we all can benefit from. I know it did a great deal of beneficial impact for me to be aware of these things, and I'm gonna dive into that next week, definitely. And yeah, and you just take control back of your life. Do the things that you love to do, and if you find yourself in a situation you don't like to be in, pull out of it. All right. All the best from me to you, and thank you for listening. I really appreciate you for taking the time for listening. And, well, take care, and hopefully I'll see you next week, or you will listen to this podcast next week. Take care. Bye.